so much. Thank you. Wow, that film was really, whoever directed that did a good job. Thank you. It made my mom cry. So happy she's here tonight with my brother. Listen, Dark Knight, 8 Harry Potter films, the Matrix trilogy, Ocean's 11 trilogy, Shawshank Redemption, When Harry Met Sally, Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book, the newest Star Wars films, that's all Alan Horn. My current boss, chairman of Walt Disney Studios, oversees everything around the world, production, distribution, marketing for Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilms. 4 decades of guiding and guarding artists, and I just want to thank you for being here for me tonight. And he's a big deal around town. And thank you for making history when you championed a black woman as the head of a $120 million film for the first time in history. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Not bad. Thank you to BAFTA LA for including me tonight, for gifting me with an award named for John Schlesinger, a documentarian turned narrative director like me, a documentarian with something to say, a director with something to say, with a disregard for the same old way, a risk taker. When I studied him more deeply, one part of his journey as a filmmaker that really stands out to me is his long-standing relationship with one particular actress, Julie Christie. They made several films together and were lifelong friends from her film debut in 1963 to his death in the year 2000. They shared a bond. I know how that feels. I share the same bond with a British actor, David Oyelowo, who I've made 4 films with, including Selma. I regard the bond between a director and an actor as sacred. I truly do. Because if we do it right, we're in a union, a creative marriage, creating life together. Life through cinema, a sacred bond between an actor and a director. So to imagine what's been in the news this week, the harmful manipulation and harassment and emotional violence towards actors, in my view, is sinful. Sinful because I've held the innermost feelings of an actor in my hand. I know what it means for an artist to give themselves over to you, to tell stories of our humanity. Actors give their face, their bodies, their memories to this endeavor of making films. They give more than anyone else. I truly believe that. So how dare someone enter into that sacred space with an aim to do harm? It's an abuse of a very singular kind. It should be entirely unacceptable in our industry. Unacceptable among many other things in our industry that should be unacceptable. The purposeful diminishment of any member of our industry, of any position or rank, should be unacceptable to us all. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We don't have time to work on these dark behaviors, these isms, one by one. We don't have time to be solely triggered by trauma and outrage. We should be outraged by all of it, all of the time. Until we're all safe, no one is safe. We should all try to be somebody who makes everyone feel like somebody. I learned that from my mom. So to close, a woman named Rachel Held Evans wrote a piece a couple years ago revisiting Madeleine L'Engle's Genesis trilogy. Madeleine L'Engle was the author of more than 45 books of all ages, for all ages, and among them, the beloved A Wrinkle in Time. And she wrote about her own fears decades ago about raising children during the Cold War. And she wrote this in one particular worrisome season. Quote, "Planting onions that spring was an act of faith in the future. Planting onions was a way of me combating what was very fearful about my planet." Planting onions, I love that term. Who plants onions? It just stuck with me. What a thought. It felt like a call to action about the importance of committing to slow-growing, long-term investments in our family, in our community, in our industry, in our world. Things that we could commit to now that we may not even feel the effects of, but we know it'll change things for the people along the way. We're bound to get discouraged, angry even, but we won't become hopeless if we never abandon our onion patches, those little pieces of earth where we cultivate our greatest hopes and dreams for the world. So I'm going to plant my onions like the sun is shining. It's certainly shining in this room for me tonight. I thank you all for inviting me here. What a thing. Have a good evening. Thank you.